What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now today we're going to be talking about Jasmy and the fact that I believe it's about time to get ready to start buying some more Jasmy. Obviously its price has been pulling back and cooling down a little bit, but I think we're getting ready for that next leg up pretty soon here, so I'm going to explain that to you and exactly what I'm personally looking for. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all and let's get straight into the video. So to give you a little context of why I believe it's going to become a good buying opportunity pretty soon here, let me give you a little bit of context of what Jasmy's price has been doing. Obviously, we know that it put in this absolutely beautiful double bottom over the course of 2022 and 2023, as we can see here. Now, not only did it put in the double bottom, you also can say that this was an inverse head and shoulders, or you can say that this is a cup and handle. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. This was a beautiful structure that it created and gave us a lot of telltale signs that some type of break to the upside could easily be on the way, which clearly, as you can tell, happened. Hindsight's 2020. But now that that break to the upside has happened, we obviously have now started to see the momentum kind of shift a little bit. You know, we saw this beautiful growth up, but now we've been spending a couple weeks going down, leaving a lot of people wondering what in the world is going on. But in my opinion, what's going on is pretty clear and pretty healthy. What we can see is that Jasmy is running into resistance at this 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone in between your swing high, currently around 0.0, let's just call it 0.05, but it's a little bit higher than 0.05, down to your swing low at 0.002. This swing high to swing low, swing ho is crazy. Swing high to swing low created the 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone. Now, this Fibonacci zone is your deciding factor. You know, I've always said that these things act as either major walls or major doors. When you're below them, at any given point, you may get rejected substantially to the downside. But the moment you're able to clear them and open up that door, they can tend to rocket you up past your previous high, all the way up to some of these extensions. And so whenever you're sitting directly in one, it's extremely important to watch extremely closely what happens, because it's going to start giving you a lot of signs as to what you need to be doing. And in my opinion, what we're seeing right now from Jasmy is very, very healthy. It's pulled back off that 786 level, currently now sitting at the 618 level, trying to establish some support. Now, there are times in which we have seen different cryptos get a rejection off of this, go below the 618 level, find some support out here, and then continue upward. So it's not something to be necessarily concerned about. It's something to just understand that this is normal whenever cryptos do get rejected off of this level. And oftentimes, in the right circumstances, they can find the higher low and continue to the upside. And that's exactly what I believe Jasmy is going to do. I mean, because of all of the things that they have happening on chain right now, based off of the momentum that they've gained, based off of the following that they've gained, the excitement that they gained, I'm under the belief that when the market does turn around and the majority of your major alts are doing better, Jasmy's likely going to look for a continuation upwards. I think we're going to see Jasmy inevitably come back to around, 5 cents, and I think we're going to hit that level pretty easily sometime this year. When? Very hard to tell. No one really knows. This thing literally just went vertical, so it might be a while, right? But I think that's going to happen. And so knowing that I'm under the belief that we're going to get this move up towards 5 cents, I do believe that this rejection, this little pullback that we're seeing, is actually a really good time to start dollar cost averaging in. There's actually a couple levels that I think are amazing times to dollar cost average at. The first one being the 618 level, currently right around 0.017, 0.01699 or 0.017, right around where we are right now, just a little bit lower. The reason being is because again, this is the 618 box, and it's just a strong level of liquidity and support. It's just a good level in my opinion in general. Now, the issue that I will say, right, something to be a little bit concerned about is that if we do lose that 0.0167 level, we don't really have much liquidity until we get down to around 0.012. Okay, so there is a bit of a gap there. As you can see, we typically either just go straight down through this level or we go straight up through this level. There's not much liquidity, and so I would say that's the next level that I would be looking for this Jasmy price to maybe get a bounce off of. And then obviously, under the worst case scenario, if Jasmy for some reason really starts to capitulate, there is a possibility that it does come back down as low as 0.007. I just don't necessarily think that's going to happen just yet. I'm not convinced that we're going to see a Jasmy fall, another 50 to 60% to the downside. So I'm not all too concerned about that level, but it is one that I'm at least acknowledging, knowing that we never came back to backtest this key level of resistance and flip it into support. We never got this RS flip, so there is a chance that Jasmy wants to do that before we get that bounce to the upside. But at the end of the day, again, I'm not too concerned about that one. I'm really just watching out to what it's doing right now. And so in my opinion, at this given point, I actually think again that it's a decent time to start looking for the DCAs. We can see here that Jasmy has put in a rather sustainable move here, right? It's nothing too crazy. We obviously can look at this as ascending or descending, just to whatever you want to do. But as we've gotten up here, right, it's kind of just slowed down a bit. It's not necessarily just nuked. It's shown that it has a little bit more long-term, mid-term stability. It's not just kind of blown off top and straight capitulated straight down. It shows that people are still willing to buy it towards these highs, right? People are still willing to buy it towards these highs. And so because of that, I think as Jasmy's price does go into this cool down, although it could continue down a little bit further, we might see Jasmy's price fall another, you know, frick, 25-30% to the downside. Although that is the case, I do genuinely believe that we will look to find that higher low and then look to retest trying to clear back above this thing at some given point. And so because of that, I am going to start DCAing. Now, the DCA approach that I'm taking is based off of HG Algo. You guys know I designed HG Algo with my company. It's the indicator that just tells me exactly when it's a good time to dollar cost average in and out of positions. And the reason I designed it is I just don't have time. I run a company. I have to freaking work on that company for 14 hours a day. I don't have time to sit around and just watch the charts. And so I just wait for my alert to go off. It sends me a text on my phone, said, hey, this is a good time to dollar cost average into Jasmy. And that's what I do. I just buy it right then and there. It's really easy, really simple. You can use the indicator, by the way. We do sell it. It is in the description down below. You can get it for 20% off right now, or you can just watch my videos. Totally up to you. But if you want to apply it to your own cryptos, feel free. But what we can see here is that HG Algo is also giving us a ton of DCA mentions right now, saying, look, all these times where we're approaching this level right around 0.017, it's confirming that this is a beautiful level to start dollar cost averaging at. And even again, if it does continue downward, that's fine. That's not the point. The point is to build into this position a bit, and they'll likely be going off down here as well. And so knowing that this HG Algo, my indicator, is saying this is a good time to be DCAing in, and we also know that this is a huge important level in terms of liquidity, being the 618 level, I think buying a little bit of Jasmy right now makes a lot of sense, even though I am aware that it might fall another 30% and I'll have to buy a little bit lower with another better buying opportunity. So that's my overall general quick thesis on Jasmy right now. Think it's a great time to start DCAing in. Think it's going to end up higher than it is right now. And even if it's a little bit of a rocky road to get there, I think it's all going to pay off. So I just wanted to update you and let you know that I think it is a good time to be DCAing in now, not going long on leverage. I wouldn't be doing any of that shit, just quite simply adding to that position if you feel like you've missed out like I do and you want to start building into that bag a bit. Again, you can check out HG Algo down in the description below if you want to. Again, it works for the majority of your cryptos over on TradingView, and you can get it for 20% off. There's no risk for you at all because we do give a 30-day money back guarantee. I know it works, so I want you to make sure it works for you as well. So within 30 days, if you don't like it, you just get your money back and go on about your life. No problem. So make sure you go check that out. Again, it's risk-free right now, so I want you to take advantage of it. But at the end of the day, guys, that is about it. Of course, I hope you guys do enjoy. Of course, I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, you can always let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. And I will see you all in the next Jasmy update. Peace out, everybody.